Show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers as they play against the Detroit Pistons. Looking at the Pistons, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, without a doubt, the best thing to happen to the Lakers this offseason was jumping up in the lottery to land the number 2 overall pick, which they used on D'Angelo Russell. Kenny, how much does this help the Lakers?
Years ago, the Lakers had a pick, and they elected to go small instead of big with Vlade Divac and went with a guy named Kobe Bryant. And they're hoping that they can have this similar type success by going small with D'Angelo Russell.
It's a very good compliment to the team. You know, they already have a lot of guards on the roster. I'm surprised they didn't pick Okafor at number 2. I'd like to see the inside-outside that the Lakers are used to, especially when it comes to winning championships. Hopefully he can fit in.
That's it for us for now, but we'll have much more later.
And now introducing your Detroit Pistons. At small forward, standing 6'8", number 13, Marcus Morris. Starting at shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 5. The other forward position, standing 6'8", number 34, Tobias Harris. The other guard, at 6'3" inches, number 1, Reggie Jackson. Number 0, the center at 6'11" at UConn, and big fire at the rim. This is Andre.
It's Detroit Pistons NBA action. We're in the Motor City, where the Pistons are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. So Detroit will get the first possession. And now the Lakers starting group. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at the 5. And the basket by Harris.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Russell kicks to Clarkson. Hibbert with the screen. Clarkson passes to Hibbert. Russell against Jackson. The drive by Russell. And then Hibbert with the dunk.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Now here's Drummond and Hibbert with the block. A second chance effort and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. Roy Hibbert picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Detroit shooting their first free throws of this game.
And they only made 70% of their free throws as a team a season ago. Certainly room for improvement.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Dishes it to Bryant. the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Pistons lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. And speaking with Roy Hibbert before the game, he helped illuminate their defensive philosophy.
You want to guard the paint, and some of that has to do with myself being able to patrol the paint as much as possible. We want long contested twos. They guard the three-point line, bring them to me. I'll either hit them with a straight-up block the shot or alter the shot. So contested twos are the worst shots in the NBA.
When you have that sort of focus like Hibbert, that kind of confidence on display on a nightly basis, Greg, you are a game changer, and he does change games every night.
You know, and we saw his skill set and execution develop very rapidly over the course of just a couple years. He worked extremely hard to become the force he is on the interior in this game.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
I agree with you. I mean, they hit the ground running, had a strong start to the game, but they're hoping they can manage the rest of the way.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Lakers right now, Larry Nance out there with Kobe. Then it's Brandon Bass. Then there's Lewis Williams. And it's Wirtz in at the 1 spot. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Pistons ahead. They lead by a bucket. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
They're playing with a sense of urgency, even though they're at home. Sometimes you feel so comfortable on your home court, the other team can jump on you. But they know these fans have their back, and now they're well positioned to build a lead in the second half.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Reminds me of myself at the free throw line. They have been shooting horribly out there. This is not a team that should be executing so poorly on offense. They need to completely revamp their approach, move the ball, set better screens, find the open man, get to the basket. They need to get to the basics right now.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. And here is Los Angeles now. A 2-point game. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Marcus Morris is out there with Harris. And it's Drummond in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Randall no good.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And Bryant kicks to Hibbert. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. He doesn't get the second one. The Pistons leading. Jackson dishes to Caldwell Pope. Here's Drummond and Hibbert with the block. Russell inside. Harris is there. Hibbert hits the bucket.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Lakers lead by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. And Detroit has possession. They trail by 1. Taking a look at the Lakers. Larry Nance out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Williams. Then it's Russell. And it's Clarkson in at the shooting guard.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thanks. The pass to Russell. Clarkson kicks to Randall. Count it!
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
Passing it around. Meeks passes to Harris. Taken away by Williams. And now here comes Williams leading the break.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
The dish to Morris. And Meeks kicks to Harris. Clock at 6. Baseline try. No good. And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
And
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
'N' dishes to Russell, and an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Roy Hibbert.
When Hibbert has a game like this, it's impossible not to stand up and take notice. He is a fearsome interior presence at both ends of the floor, and obviously that length is hard to get around. I like what I saw, Roy. I like what I saw.
It's all about the production. I mean, nothing really fazed this guy tonight. He was the primary option. They needed a bucket. He delivered. He didn't have any problem scoring. They never really had a way to slow him down. Come on.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Pistons in Detroit. And guys, for the Pistons, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. One of the guys you're going to see tonight, Victor Oladipo, and he is just a monster at the off-guard position. What do you say, Kenny, about how he uses his strength to his advantage?
I mean, He's probably stronger than like 95% of the guards that he plays against. Uses it well, gets in. He finds the contact on the offensive end, which most guys are physically defensively, but on the offensive end, he's physical.
Incredible wingspan, lets him do things that most guards can only dream, Ernie. I really love watching this kid play.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan. Tip-off approaches.
It's the Orlando Magic taking on the Detroit Pistons. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. So Detroit will get the first possession. Now the starting group for Orlando. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. The backcourt is Payton and Oladipo. And it's Fournier in at the three.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Oladipo. 6 to shoot. Payton passes to Fournier. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. 27 seconds left to play here in the first. Back to Jackson. They set the pick. Morris outside. And there's the feed to Caldwell Pope. Harris inside. Buries it down low.
It takes a lot of skill and agility to lay it in with the defense right on you. That's a terrific finish.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Pistons lead by 2. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
On defense, the Pistons. This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Jennings out there with Hazonia. And it's Smith. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Nicholson in at the power forward position. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jennings. No good. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And Fournier kicks to Nicholson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Jackson dishes to Meeks. Offline with his 3. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Pistons ahead. They lead by 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
They were clearly a better shooting team. Their play calling and execution were on point. It wasn't a dominant performance, but you did get an idea of how efficient they could be. They'll need to continue that kind of shooting if they want to pull away in the second half.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
Where was the sense of urgency? We all know they're capable of playing better, and no one wants to give up a ridiculous high shooting percentage. They need a little attitude adjustment in the second half, or this game will get away from them.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Here's Payton. Jackson and Caldwell-Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Morris with the block. Jackson against Oladipo. The dish now to Harris. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. First trip to the line for him here.
How about last season? He made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That's good from Harris. Detroit making a switch. Baines is checked in, and the Magic making a change here as well. Marble's checked in for Evan Fournier. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. 2-possession game now.
Payton outside. Pass to Oladipo. Pick by Vucevic. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. And it's blocked. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pistons lead by 4. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. A great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. So it's Detroit now. 4-point game. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Andrew Nicholson out there with Jason Smith. Then there's Oladipo. Then it's Watson. And it's Gordon in at the 3 slot. Oladipo outside. Launches a three. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Here's Harris. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Kevin, they've still got a foul to give at this point.
Yeah, and strategy wouldn't be bad to use it if they need to.
And that one misses.
Not at all what he had in mind when he stepped to the line. He could have put it away there.
Here to send it to overtime.
Got to see the three and be the three if that's going to happen.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. And both free throws good for Peyton. There's 14 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Pass to Fournier. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Seven seconds left in the 4th quarter. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Off the inbound pass. They get it back. And so the Pistons take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Tobias Harris. He was the steady and reliable hand throughout the game tonight, stepping into more of a leadership role in this performance tonight.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, for the Mavericks, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, as we know, the value of great outside shooting perhaps never higher than it is right now. Kenny, in your mind, who are the premier
I'll tell you,
shooters in
it's
the game?
obvious that the Splash Brothers, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, top two guys shooting the basketball. Kyle Korver's right up there. an undervalued, underrated shooter, Carmelo Anthony.
Stop it. You
Shoot,
name
he shoots
Carmelo
it.
before you name Dirk Nowitzki, before you
that's
name
true.
Damian Lillard, before you name Kevin Durant. I'll even put Jose Calderon.
Oh,
before.
you're kidding me.
Over
Carmelo?
Carmelo, yes, all day,
Over
every day.
Carmelo?
Yes.
Give me a shooting contest, Jose versus Carmelo. I'm taking Carmelo every
You
night.
set it up. Jose, what's up, Papi?
May 23rd, Shaq. Let's go down to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome to the Palace of Auburn Hills. We're in suburban Detroit, the home of the Pistons, where we'll be broadcasting today's game live. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. So Detroit will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Mavericks, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Darren Williams out there with Matthews. And it's Pachulia in at the 5, roaming the paint. Matthews, no one around him. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Drummond with a screen on Williams. Jackson passes to Drummond. He used that pick to perfection.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Harris. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career. Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player, Clark, destined for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you know, people now talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in NBA history, for sure.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
They came out with the purpose of playing for one another, making the extra pass throughout that first quarter.
Guys, that is simply just good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. Total team effort out there.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Powell. Felton is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Chandler Parsons.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. 6 seconds left in the first half. Matthews. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Pistons ahead. They lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
They're playing with a sense of urgency, even though they're at home. Sometimes you feel so comfortable on your home court, the other team can jump on you. But they know these fans have their back, and now they're well positioned to build a lead in the second half.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, their defense was really inconsistent. They get a stop, then turn around and give up an easy bucket. That's why they allowed over 50% shooting. Their defense needs to be a lot more focused in the second half.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Marcus Morris is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Harris in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Now for Deron Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
And that one falls for Williams.
And guys, for Deron Williams last season, all those injuries finally affected his shooting. 39% from the field last year, the second lowest mark of his career, and he just couldn't create space or elevate to get the clean looks he had grown accustomed to.
And, you know, talking about Deron Williams, last year wasn't all bad. I mean, nearly 7 assists a game, 3.5 rebounds, a steal. Not the stocking stuffer he used to be, but he still battled and still contributed.
Detroit making a switch. Meeks is checked in. Evan Harris is checked in for Dallas. Barea comes in for Deron Williams. On defense, Detroit, they trail by 1. Here is Barea. Nowitzki a screen. Parsons outside, shoots the 3, and the shot is good.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Now, here's Meeks. To the inside. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. And we've reached the end of the third. Mavericks lead by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Pachulia. Nowitzki is out there with Anderson. Then it's Matthews, and it's Williams at the point guard position. And the basket by Harris.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
Jackson against Williams. Anderson kicks to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Pistons. Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy said to the team. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Dallas making a switch here. Parsons is checked in. Caldwell Pope. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Williams. There's a good screen. Pass to Nowitzki for the win. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. Time expires and we're going to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. So Detroit will get the first possession. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here. Brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Dallas. Anderson is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Darren Williams. Then there's Felton. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Detroit. The Mavericks also with a sub. Harris is checked in for Anderson. There's the dish to Nowitzki. Good! A huge shot to tie it up.
Nowitzki, what an offensive force he can be.
is checked in for Aaron Baines. Pachulia, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Correa comes in for Williams. Jackson kicks to Tolliver. 3-on-3. Pass to Felton from outside the arc. Laces one from 3.
And the hot shooting continues.
Yeah, along with the lack of defense we've seen, Greg, neither team really expending much energy when it comes to protecting the basket either. It's been all offense all the time.
Different look here for Detroit. Marcus Morris comes in for Anthony Towers. And Harris subbed in for Johnson. Dallas also making some changes. Parsons comes in for Raymond Felton. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Devin Harris. Outside Jackson. He kicks to Caldwell Pope. Dishes to Morris. And it's Harris off the drive. Cannot hit. Parsons with some nice D. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Harris kicks to Morris. Jackson off target with that shot. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber light on the gas tank didn't quite come on. They still had enough fuel to get across the finish line comfortably.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Dirk, during that second half, what brought the conviction the team showed that allowed you guys to win this thing?
I think we just battled, and that was good for us. I thought that really won us the game down the stretch. We scrambled for each other. We rotated, got a couple lucky bounces down the stretch, and that always helped.
Dirk, thank you. Kevin, it all starts with that competitive spirit.
Doris, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. So long.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And this guy's been doing this his whole career. Man, we're talking about a Hall of Famer here, an icon in the city he brought a championship to. Not forget, one of the greatest shooters in NBA history.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Detroit Pistons out at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Looking at the Pistons, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. One of the guys we're going to see tonight is Brook Lopez. Last season, a little bit of a bumpy ride, and he spent the last few years battling injuries, but he showed he can still be an impact big man.
Yeah, and he started off slow like you just alluded to, but he was terrific down the stretch, and he got better as the season wore on. Still very versatile. He can score on low posts. He's very, very fundamentally sound, like this big guy's game.
Yeah, I like his game, but I do want to see his rebounding improve.
Stop
I'm serious. You know what I call a guy who averages under 10 rebounds?
You can't do it all.
He can't be a power forward center if you average under 10 rebounds. I
That's
call him a
because he's
small
running the
forward.
court. He's running the court.
No, you got to get 10 rebounds or more if you want to do. You got to dominate in the paint. A guy like you telling me he doesn't dominate in the paint and you don't mind that?
Yeah, you're giving him a pass.
You let him to run the floor and stay and shoot jump shots? I cannot believe you didn't just say, give the big man the ball in the paint and let him dominate.
Yeah, let him score.
Right.
Everybody else can get the rebounds.
Got it. He said he got to give me 28 and 10.
No,
Can't give you 28 and 10 from shooting jump shots.
I like this guy. 28 and 6 is good for him.
28 and 6. That's a small forward, not a center.
Yeah. All right.
6 rebounds.
A tip-off is fast approaching. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan.
The Nets come into an Eastern Conference contest in this game. We're in the Palace of Auburn Hills. The Pistons are playing before their hometown crowd here in the Detroit area. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So Detroit will get the first possession. So the Nets starting 5. We've got Bogdanovich. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then it's Jarrett Jack, and it's Ellington in at the 2. Now here's Jackson. Here's Drummond. Lopez with the block. Bogdanovich passes to Jack. To the left wing. Screen by Young. Lopez. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
It was Thaddeus Young getting in the way of the defense there. Really solidly done on the screen.
They get the rebound. Another shot. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Nine seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope. Detroit, no good that time either. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nets lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Shane Larkin. Thomas Robinson is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2-guard. Now here's Jackson. Following the miss by Brook Lopez. Jackson, terrific design on the pick play. And he lays it in. Jackson's got the first basket of the second quarter for Detroit. Passes to Kilpatrick. The feed now to Lopez. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lopez has got his second basket.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Jackson drives in. Johnson from outside. Here's Baines, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Taking a look at the Pistons, Shaq, what did you think?
Well, to say their shots are not falling is an understatement. It's a miracle they're still in this game. They need to flip the switch big time in the second half, and that starts with more movement on offense. If you don't have a great look, find the open man, drive the ball, create an opportunity. Come on, basketball one-on-one.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Brooklyn?
They were clearly a better shooting team. Their play calling and execution were on point. It wasn't a dominant performance, but you did get an idea of how efficient they can be. They'll need to continue that kind of shooting if they want to pull away in the second half.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Harris is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Jackson against Jack. Back to Jackson. Drummond a screen. It's Jackson with the drive. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Jackson's gone 1 of 3 on the night. And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. The pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Lopez. Lopez with another miss.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Jackson dishes to Caldwell Pope. And the 3 off target. Tie game in Detroit. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Now the Pistons with it on the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Bogdanovich out there with Young. Then it's Donald Sloan. Then it's Thomas Robinson. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 2 spot. Here's Drummond. It's in!
That's much a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach is going over with his team. He wants them to pick it up and really go for it right now, saying, no time like the present, gentlemen. Embrace it. Embrace the spotlight, and let's make it happen. Kevin, let's see what they can do.
All right, Doris. Lopez, he's checked in for the Nets. Sergei Karasov comes in for Bogdanovich. And the Pistons with possession. The lead is 2. Meeks passes to Harris. Connects!
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
Stolen by Jackson. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Shooting for Detroit.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
And Jack kicks to Ellington. Takes the 3. No good from Jack. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. From deep, 3-point misses. And so the Pistons take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
This was a complete performance we witnessed here tonight, Ernie. Hey, Shaq, check this out. On offense and defense, don't you think he led his team better than anyone we've seen in a long time?
Yeah.
He's got to be worn down because all that effort on every possession, it'll tire you out.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.